I want light skin. I want that light skin crybaby. I want that light skin coward. And I think he's scared. I think he knows I'm his toughest test at 135 pounds.
GervontaDavis and KeyshawnDavis aren't going to fight, but their names are still being fought over outside of the ring.
You just knock that man's ass out, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Recently, their angry words during a tense face-to-face discussion showed how much they dislike each other. The argument turned into a fight of words. Keyshawn said that Tank avoided fights like Shakur Stevenson did, and Tank replied that Keyshawn was just a hype man who hasn't been in real fighting.
You and Keyshaw's gonna get tanked, so the walls are closing in, so awesome.
It's gonna be him though.
It makes sense, he's closer.
Keyshawn, who was also known as the businessman, didn't hold back when he talked. He said it again. Gervonta avoids the toughest fights, especially with guys like Stevenson, who is his close friend, and even Devin Haney. Tank wasn't having it, though. He fought back and said Keyshawn was just talking and not doing anything, especially when it came to big problems. There is no doubt that they don't get along, and Tank sees Keyshawn as an inexperienced jerk who is trying to claim his name.
Weird, but now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now, if I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him?
Fans saw how silly Keyshawn's claims were. Before he even says anything bad about Tank for what he thinks is unfair, Keyshawn is already under fire for choosing his next fight. A lot of people thought he would fight Andy Cruz, but it looks like that won't happen. Cruz, Keyshawn's four-time amateur opponent and one of the best experts in the division, seemed like the perfect opponent to help Keyshawn build his reputation. Keyshawn has decided not to go after that fight and instead will fight the 36-year-old WBO lightweight king Dennis Baranchyk.
Cut it out, Ness. In the amateurs, you fucking idiot. Should Crawford not retire till he go fight Mikey and Danny? Because they...
Many people think that this fight is more of a planned distraction than a brave move. Though Baranchyk is a skilled fighter, he is not seen as the kind of opponent who can raise Keyshawn's ranking among the top lightweights. Some people think that Keyshawn's choice to fight Baranchyk was a calculated move to get a belt without having to face the most dangerous opponent possible. When it comes to opponents, Cruz would really test Keyshawn's strength, but Keyshawn laughed it off, saying, "If he doesn't try to fight me, I'll knock him out." Right away, Cruz replied, denying Keyshawn's claims and saying that he was ready and willing to fight.
To this, to our environment, to you still trying to build yourself. So why the fuck did you?
My son. Keyshawn, my son.
This back and forth has made fans split. At first glance, Keyshawn's way to a world title seems clear. Even though Baranchyk is a good opponent, Keyshawn is a better fit for him because of his style and age. On the other hand, the idea that Keyshawn is trying to avoid Cruz has overshadowed his achievements, making people wonder if he is really ready to face the best player in the division.
Keyshawn can beat him in the pros, even though Andy had his number, no doubt about it, throughout all the amateurs, including the Olympics. But I think, the pros is a different game. You guys know that. And I think Keyshawn, is showing us more power.
The world is focused on Keyshawn getting the WBO belt before he fights Tank. During their heated argument, Tank pointed out that holding a belt does not automatically get you a seat at the table with boxing's biggest stars. Davis himself said, "After I become champion, it's about proving I'm the best, which means going after Tank, Haney, or whoever they say is the top guy." Tank made it clear that belts don't promise fights. You have to earn your chance.
Wow. He's calling for Tank. Now,
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
KeyshawnDavis beats Tank, in my opinion. I believe to give him a good arse spank.
Keyshawn has had an interesting journey. He has quickly risen through the ranks with a 12-0 record and 8 knockouts. His smooth style and attitude have earned him praise. But Cruz's shadow is still there, and his fans can't forget about the past. Cruz is Keyshawn's unfinished business. She is now a growing star. It would be nice to settle old scores with Cruz, and a win would also quiet people who don't believe Keyshawn is ready to face the hardest challenges. Tank Davis, meanwhile, stays in the news and gets ready for whatever comes next.
I'm next, man. That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? Just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
He is still one of the most exciting figures in boxing after his 28th knockout. Some people say that his organization has purposely avoided certain fighters, and the fact that he chose to fight Lamont Roach, who is strong but not a top contender, adds to that impression. Tank's simple response to these claims is, "I've always and will always fight who they put in front of me, and I take care of business every time." And he's not wrong. Tank has beaten big names like Ryan Garcia, Rolando Romero, and Leo Santa Cruz, all of whom he beat very badly. Every fight, though, more people want him to meet Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney.
Also, we're going to come back to Norfolk, man, so y'all don't forget about me. Y'all keep supporting DB3. But world title definitely going to be next. 2025, we got big plans.
Keyshawn's claim that he is the one who can remove Tank from power has made the divide even more mysterious. For now, though, he has to deal with Baranchyk, a fight that he could possibly win but will be hard in practice. Even though Baranchyk isn't as quick or powerful as younger boxers, he is a dangerous opponent because he is experienced, tough, and always under pressure. If Keyshawn made a mistake against Baranchyk, it would put his goals at risk and give his critics more reasons to attack him.
So I think if Keyshawn wants to fight before GervontaDavis, sign us up for Andy Cruz. He took him to school 3 times and he'd be ready to do it again.
But Keyshawn wants more than just Tank. He wants all of the best stars. Davis wants to fight the division's winners, especially Vasily Lomachenko. Davis is getting close to his goal of becoming a world champion by the time he is 25. He has already done something that many athletes can only dream of. He won a silver award at the Olympics and then showed off his impressive skills on the professional stage. Even though Davis is young, he is sure that he can beat the best players in the sport. Davis previously said, "I'm the best 135-pounder out right now, and with each fight, I'm going to keep proving that."
Good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we're going to talk about levels. Okay, just know.
His perfect technique, high IQ, and amazing knockout power have earned him the nickname the businessman, which seems to fit with how smart he is outside of the ring as well. It was planned for Davis to fight WBO lightweight champion Denis Baranchyk after his win over Lemos. At 36 years old, Baranchyk doesn't have the flash of some younger fighters, but his experience and constant pressure make him a dangerous opponent. The Ukrainian boxer beat Emmanuel Navarrete in a close decision earlier this year to win the WBO title. He has been friends with Vasily Lomachenko for a long time.
Paul, on the other side of the street, this is an example for you, but I probably can do you a little earlier than that. You and Earl keep saying this, that, and third. I want to fight, but y'all call.
This fight is a very important step toward his final goal of becoming the unified world champion. Winning the WBO title would make him even more respected as a lightweight champion and help him get the big fights he wants. However, the question still stands. Will beating Baranchyk bring him closer to facing big names like Tank Davis or Lomachenko? The best players in the league have never been afraid to be called out by KeyshawnDavis. He repeated his desire to fight Tank Davis and Lomachenko after beating Lemos. He said with confidence, "If they're ready to fight me, I'll sign the contract right away."
Talking lately, so hey, I go up to 140 and fight Tiafimo. What's up? Get this win tonight. Tiafimo, you already know how I'm coming. You and your father. So let's set it up. I'll come straight to 140.
Davis's choice to fight Baranchyk is a good one because it will give him the credibility and negotiating power he needs to get fights with Tank or Lomachenko. Davis's confidence has made people both admire and doubt him. Some see him as a future superstar willing to take risks, while others wonder if his confidence is too early given how little professional experience he has.
Sean saying that the Tank is target practice. You heard that audio?
I like how Keyshawn, he's clout chasing. Bring up Tank's name, sell your fight, get the most views on it.
That's what Morrell was doing.
Yeah, that's what Morrell was doing. But Keyshawn, though, I don't know if he could beat Tank.
It makes sense for Davis to fight Baranchyk. "I don't need a specific name for me to become who I need to be," Davis said in a recent interview. "All I need is a world title, and we'll take it to the next level after that." Baranchyk is a tough opponent, but it's not clear if beating him will lead to the dream fights Davis wants. Today in boxing, belts don't ensure a fight with the biggest stars of the sport. For example, Tank Davis has said many times that he fights for honor, not titles, so it's rare that he'd want to fight Keyshawn just for the WBO title.
Big challenge for you right now. Andy Gomez, we just heard Willie from Boxeo Cubano ask you about your boy Frank Martin.
Frank Martin, definitely.
To truly become a must-fight contender, Davis needs to keep showing how skilled he is in every fight. If he can put on a dominant show against Baranchyk, especially one that shows off his knockout power and versatility, it could get the attention of fighters like Tank, Lomachenko, or even Shakur Stevenson, even though the two are close friends. But what makes KeyshawnDavis stand out is his unwavering belief in himself. While his critics may say negative things about him,
Bro, let's go down the line, bro. Y'all been talking about, Key fight Mark Castro. Key fight Rayo. Key fight
As he trains for his fight with Baranchyk, Davis is still determined to show his doubters that they were wrong. Each fight, I'm going to keep proving that I'm the best, he said. At 135 pounds, he is a dangerous opponent because he can change his style, throws fast combinations, and is good at defense. He may not have the resume of a Tank Davis or Lomachenko yet, but his hunger and dedication are hard to ignore.
But he's very, 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 very patient, and then just try to catch you slipping. You know what I'm saying? And certain fighters, is just smart, so.
Davis, who weighed 141.2 pounds at the morning weigh-in, showed that he is ready for any challenge. Davis's last opponent, Lemos, who weighed 141.4 pounds, more than 6 pounds over the lightweight limit, made things even more difficult. Lemos is a tough Argentinian fighter with a 29-11-9 record who had pushed Richardson Hitchens to the edge in April.
So I don't think it was the same Lemos that fought Richardson Hitchens, but I think that's irrelevant. He demolished him. And that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to go in there. The crowd looked great in Norfolk, Virginia. It's great for boxing.
Davis was hoping to keep his perfect record and get closer to a fight for the WBO lightweight title against Denis Baranchyk. Chris Algieri, a former 140-pound champion and current analyst, talked about how important the fight was. Lemos is tough, but Keyshawn wants this, Algieri said.
He's 140 pounds, he's not bad.
Yeah.
KeyshawnDavis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
His words were in line with how people feel about Davis's career path, which has been marked by risky moves and big goals.
To work with Gervonta out here. What was that experience like?
While getting ready for the Lemos fight, Keyshawn found time to get into a heated argument with GervontaDavis on social media. It started when Keyshawn said that Tank's tendency to lose track of scorecards could be used to his advantage. "Let me get up for 5 rounds straight on you and watch what I do to you," Keyshawn wrote on X. Tank's response was swift and sharp. He shared an old text message in which Keyshawn had asked for career advice and captioned it,
Dude, that ain't scared of me too, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas be scared. I ain't sugarcoat, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be scared in there, you feel me? That's why
The back and forth made the two fighters even more angry at each other, and fans began to wonder when they would fight. Even though Keyshawn is very sure of himself, former welterweight champion Paulie Malignaggi said it would be hard to get a fight with Tank. The split in promotions between Top Rank, who handles Keyshawn, and Premier Boxing Champions, who promotes Tank, has been a big problem for a long time.
Rile me up to spar him. This make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to?
It's not the easiest fight to make, Malignaggi said. I don't know if Top Rank would risk their guy against GervontaDavis. Gervonta would fight anyone, but Keyshawn is a little green behind the ears, Malignaggi said. Malignaggi praised Keyshawn's skills, especially his discipline and ability to handle his range. However, he disagreed with the idea that Tank's slow start is a weakness. He said, Gervonta knows just how to beat you. Malignaggi says that Tank's deliberate approach shows that he is smart and not weak, since Tank often studies his opponents and gets ready for shocking knockouts. There was more at stake in his fight against Lemos than just keeping his perfect record. It was a step toward a bigger goal, the WBO lightweight belt. He was getting ready to fight Denis Baranchyk, a 36-year-old Ukrainian fighter who just won the WBO title after beating Lemos. A win over Baranchyk would not only give Davis his first world title, but it would also boost his credibility in the eyes of fans and potential opponents like his Tank Davis and Vasily Lomachenko. Algieri found that fighters like Keyshawn, who have strong amateur backgrounds, tend to move up faster than boxers from earlier generations. Vasily Lomachenko destroyed that, Algieri said, referring to the fact that Lomachenko won the world title in just his third competitive fight. Keyshawn's Olympic silver title and 12-0 record make it look like he's on the same fast track. Keyshawn has made it clear that he doesn't want to go the hard way. He wants to be the best, as shown by the fact that he is ready to fight tough opponents like Lemos and calls out aggressive fighters like Tank. The goal is to find a middle ground between big plans and smart management. The boss said, "There's time for the kid to do this." Keyshawn's faith drives him, but his staff needs to make sure that his quick rise doesn't put him in over his head. Because the lightweight division is so good, there are a lot of possible opponents such as Tank, Baranchyk, Andy Cruz, and Lomachenko. KeyshawnDavis knows how to get people to talk, that much is certain. Being skilled, funny, and good at using social media have made him a key figure in the next crop of boxers. As Chris Algieri said, "We live in the world of social media that can get you into fights or get you a lot of attention. We're talking about it right now." Keyshawn's work deserves all the attention it gets. Being able to dominate opponents in the ring and draw crowds outside of it has made him one of the sport's most potential young stars. KeyshawnDavis is getting better and better, and the only question now is how fast he will become a star.
Come here, promoter. You want to fight with me? Come here, promoter. Come here, promoter.
He could do it faster than we think. Tim Bradley has spoken out in support of KeyshawnDavis, especially when he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Bradley, a two-weight world champion known for his toughness and smarts in the ring, has told Keyshawn that calling out the best fighters in the lightweight class is an important part of making his name. Bradley thinks that Keyshawn's ambition, not his arrogance, is what he needs to be able to compete with and finally join the best boxers in the world.
What's to your mind when I say the name Devin Haney?
I want to fight light skin. I want to fight him in a way, and honestly, I really don't have.
Bradley's study has always focused on Keyshawn's technical skill and ability to stay calm under pressure, which are both very important when going after a fighter like Tank. Gervonta is known as one of the most dangerous opponents in the sport because he is known for being a hard puncher and good at strategy. Bradley thinks that fighters like Keyshawn, who have been amateur for a long time and quickly moved up in the professional ranks, are ready to close that gap. He pointed out that Keyshawn's desire to fight tough opponents early in his career is similar to that of great boxers like Vasily Lomachenko and Devin Haney, who sped up their paths to world titles by looking for tough opponents.
Type of performance as a rising star in boxing.
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank? That's my thought.
Bradley has also talked about the split in promotions between Top Rank and Premier Boxing Champions. He says it is a problem, but not an impossible one to solve. He thinks that long-term public pressure, fueled by Keyshawn's continued success in the ring, will finally force both sides to come to an agreement. For Bradley, the most important thing is that Keyshawn keeps putting on amazing shows, which raises his reputation and makes people think that he is the next big thing that Tank needs to face. Bradley's advice is simple. Work on the grind, make the call-outs better, and let your hands do the talking. Bradley thinks that Keyshawn's drive is what will make this dream clash happen.
To pick on somebody that can't even defend themselves? Oh, that's not right. And I'm not stupid. I listened to the video. I heard him in the back. Oh, I heard him saying some stuff in the background on the audio. So, like, I don't appreciate that type of behavior from any man.
KeyshawnDavis's fight with Lemos was more than just another win. It was a message. Davis beat a bigger, more experienced opponent to show that he was ready for the next level. As a possible WBO title fight against Denis Baranchyk looms, he is getting closer than ever to his dream of becoming a world champion. But the road ahead is not going to be easy. Keyshawn needs to stay focused and in charge, whether he's dealing with the demands that come with his quick rise to fame or the politics of promoting a fight with Tank Davis. If the businessman can keep showing what he can do and back up what he says, he will definitely be able to take advantage of even bigger chances soon. What do you think? Do you think he will keep moving up in the division? Leave your thoughts below, And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to get more information.